Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Playing Crazy. Today, uh, I was about to do the engine, but I already done it. And of course, this time, I did a little bit of recording because this was just basically just bunch of copy and paste from my other bombers. The Raffaelino one is basically the same thing except the engines, the back and detail is just the jet engine. So I don't think it should be. I don't think it should be uh recorded that much because also it's pretty easy. And today, we're gonna do instead gonna do the flying. So I've added a little bit of wings there, and I still haven't added the wings to the flaps, so it doesn't work yet. But we're gonna try to make this thing fly. So yeah, let's go. Yeah, it still needs the wings. First of all, we're gonna add the unholy amount of wings here. The flaps is gonna be the most important part of this thing because without the flaps, it's gonna just like just gonna fall out of the sky. So let's just focus on that first. Dude, come on. Was working fine. Okay, there we go. Also, I only added 3 engines because I couldn't fit 4. So yeah, I think it looks good anyway. Let's try to take off here. Oh, it's still too heavy. We will try to angle the wings. So let's see how that's gonna work. Here, as you can see, I tried angling the engine first before I angled the whole thing to see just how it would look like that. Unfortunately, it didn't really look that good because there's a tiny little gap in between the wings and the engines that I created. Oh, that guy just got fleeing out of existence. So yeah, there's a tiny gap. Fortunately, it's gonna be very annoying to fix, so I've decided to just angle the whole wing later in the video. Come on, fly, you big... Okay. Ooh, okay. Oh my god. Yeah, I hate when it does that. Uh, dang it. I just do a bit something here. There's also one problem I found really annoying over the past few years with the method that I've been using, which is velocity motor, which is a new thing. Doesn't work on 3 stack. You can't stack 3 velocity motor in front of one another because it would glitch like you just seen in the previous footage. Gosh. Alright, you don't want me to add these extra motors? Alright, that's alright. Fortunately, you can only just stack 2 of them, and by doing that, they won't bug out like crazy. Kind of find that very frustrating, but oh well. I changed a few bits and bobs about the configuration on the angle lock that dictates the angle of attack on the blades. So I managed to get it flying pretty decently, I think. Fuck! Here, I'm just adding more wings. Basically just to make the flaps do much better work. Hopefully that is. And as you can see, it did work. So I guess the solution was just to keep adding more wings. We just need to add the counter rotation and adjust some of the things. Hopefully, I don't think I want that weight. So let's see how it flies without it. Takes off, but that's just about it. We gotta add. I think more wings on the flap? Uh, I don't know. Maybe we should add it here. In this time lapse, there's really nothing to explain because all I'm doing here is just basically adding wings everywhere that would uh help in generating lift. Of course, some of you might say that adding a bunch of wings to your aircraft just creates parasitic drags. It's better to use like heliums or ballast or stuff like that, but to be honest, I just prefer it when the plane that I'm flying, especially a big plane, flies slow. Being that the map in Plane Crazy is not that big overall, you kind of don't want anything that is so fast that you can just fly across the map in 5 seconds. There's been too many fast bombers in this game already. I've seen a lot of them, and I I'm gonna be honest, I don't see the fun in being a bomber that flies 700 units per minute or whatever the measurement is on the bottom left. But going so fast and then just basically zooming across the map is just not fun. You're supposed to be flying slow, you're a bomber, and the thing that should protect you is the guns and the armaments that are on you. I know there are shredders out there, I know there are gyro controlled jets, and of course they're not fun to deal with, but you're playing a bomber in this game, what do you expect? But oh well. Anyway, that only applies for big bombers that actually makes sense if it's slow. Of course, if you have supersonic bombers, I'd understand if it goes fast. All I'm saying is just that there are World War One bombers out there that can go supersonic. Yeah, damn. How did I not hit? It's really sensitive. I gotta pick off one of these. I think I'm gonna add more wings to the front, and hopefully that's gonna fix it. Perhaps even on the ailerons, because it's the roll ability is not that good. Yo, come on. Tell me that's not like the coolest thing you've ever seen. Oh my god. This thing is beautiful. Oh my god. Yo, no way. Just gonna add the counter rotation now, which shouldn't be tricky, hopefully. Also, now that I think about it, the counter rotation is not that bad because one of my good friend told me that it's probably because of the weight that this thing is carrying, which is kind of surprising because I didn't know that playing crazy physics can actually do that kind of math. I don't know if it's playing crazy or if it's Roblox, but either way, I really do appreciate whoever added the aero materials in this game because it really does help a lot of old players to return back to this game. Definitely doesn't like turning. Yo, yo, come on, come on. Ah, so that's the problem. I gotta add a little bit of space there. Yeah, we need to add a little bit of space. Here I spend the rest of my time trying to find what actually makes my flaps and ailerons stock all the time, and turns out it's all those blocks on the side of them. So yeah, I gave a little bit of space by compressing some of the blocks and cutters on the edge, and it does took me quite a while, but in the end, I do manage to pull it off. Is it stuck on? Oh, oh, wait, those things shouldn't be stuck on the stuff. Oh, okay. That makes so much more sense, doesn't it? No, at least the flaps wouldn't get stuck on wood. There you go. The wings only it's short by half block, so shouldn't shouldn't experience the same problems. Let's take it off once more. Feels really good to fly. Alright, to the left. That's good. Alright, let's try landing on the sea. Obviously, it's not gonna work. Crystal. Okay. Smooth. That's smooth. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. We definitely need to add the floaty as soon as possible. So heavy this thing. Well, with that done, wait, come on, come on. No. Uh, okay, let's just try that one more time. Okay, I see what it is. Alright. Uh, can't get to this point unfortunately. Okay, there we go. Alright, guys. With that done, I think that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. So, as I was about to say, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.